Hello again, and welcome to Chris desperately trying to catch up to his videos because he was busy being 35 in the desert. This is IMayDestroyYou, episode 8, and the title is Line Spectrum Border. So we open up the episode with Arabella. She's in Theo's support group. This dialogue that she's doing that's on consent and boundaries is amazing. And it looks like the support group is really helping her. So the next scene we have Kwame explaining that sexuality is a spectrum to Terry and Arabella. It looks like he told Arabella what happened to him. It would have been nice to capture that dialogue, but basically he's explaining that sex with men right now isn't good for him. So he's turning to women to, their burst of laughter. And I'm not really sure if that's the route to go, like having a bad experience with a man. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go to women. I mean, I guess we see it happen with women too, like how they go to other women, but I'm still thinking that this may not be the route to go. So Arabella and Terry are just getting a kick out of the thought of Kwame being with a woman. And Arabella actually just advises him, dude, just wank off for right now. And you know what? I could not agree more. So Kwame, in the meantime, gets a FaceTime from this girl he met on an app. And it looks like they've been talking for a while, and he finally asks her out on a date. Arabella and Terry are still laughing hysterically at that. Meanwhile, Arabella gets a call from her detective, and we fast forward to them at the police station, and they're meeting up with the two detectives that we've seen in this series. Now, it looks like it's been 9 months since her assault, and she's developed a rapport with the detectives. Like, they are, laughing, and like, oh, they're both pregnant at the same time, they're having good convo. So now they get into her case. The detective is giving her a summary of all the events of her case. Some of those that we remember. We remember that they caught a suspect. They got a sample from her clothes. They're telling her now that the sample they acquired off her clothing did not match the suspect. And basically the investigation didn't go anywhere with that. And now it's no longer an active investigation. And it just makes it seem like, okay, well, this whole search, 9 months, this process, it was all for nothing. And I can just imagine how Arabella feels. And it really just seems like the way the detectives are going about it, they're like, okay, case closed, that's it. I'm sorry. Do you want your clothes? Like, damn. I'm hoping in the 4 episodes we have left, there's some type of resolve for Arabella. They can't end the case like this. So Arabella and Terry are in the lobby. Arabella's clearly upset. Terry's doing her best to cheer her up. She's just like, let's leave this place and let's find a destination to where it sparks joy for you. So in this scene, we actually find out that Arabella's still going through financial woes. She says her credit card's maxed out, and Terry's like, don't worry, I got you. Like, where do you want to go? So Arabella tells her reluctantly that she wants a plane ticket to Italy to see Biagio. And let's not forget, Biagio used to be Italian babe, but now he's an asshole. Definitely an asshole. And Terry, like the rest of the audience, is thinking this is a really bad idea. He's a hypocrite, he's controlling, and he's an asshole. Terry is trying to talk some sense into Arabella, but she is not hearing it. She actually turned the conversation around on Terry, saying, well, you're not being supportive, so should I be around you? Then we fast forward. It looks like Terry gave her the money to book a trip to Italy. So we see Arabella at her apartment scrambling for luggage, any cash laying around the apartment. She even gets her pink wig again. And it looks like she tries on the sweater that she had in the first episode. Now, y'all let me know in the comments. Is this the jacket that they took, that the police took in custody? Let me know, because I'm like, wow, why is she wearing her old clothes? I think we can all agree that this is a horrible idea. Horrible. Next, we see Kwame on a date with this quirky white woman at a restaurant, and it looks like the date is actually going good. So as nighttime comes, we see Arabella arriving to Italy at the airport. Now, moving forward, we're gonna go back and forth between Kwame and Arabella's experiences. So we're back on a date with Kwame, and he's walking her home. And they're discussing, as they're walking, their preferences. And she's asking him questions about what his preferences are. And he's just like, well, I'm into everything. And I'm assuming that he did not disclose to her his sexual orientation at the time. We'll get to that later. Anyway, she makes it a point to tell him, well, I love edgy guys. I really like black guys. Oh, I'm really into black guys. Oh, God. That's the problem with dating outside my race personally, is the thought of being fetishized. Like, I can't do it, but yeah, this was an eye-rolling moment for me. I'm not sure if it was about y'all. So Bella is in the cab right now, and it looks like she's using her last amount of money to get to Biagio's apartment. So his gate is locked, and she tries to call him, but her international service is out. So no phone. She sees someone in his neighborhood going in the door. She sneaks behind this woman to try to get in. It's getting creepier as we go, y'all. So there's 2 doors to get through. She follows this woman behind her dog, creeping through the shadows, trying to get through to his apartment. Yeah, this is getting creepy, Arabella. I'm not sure if she's aware, but she is really sneaking in his place. So she makes it to his front door and she knocks. No one answers. The door's locked. It looks like he's not home. She remembers that he left a key, or where he hides his key, and she just lets herself in. We're back on Kwame's date, and looks like he's at this woman's apartment and they're on her bed. And he's looking uncomfortable, and she definitely wants to have sex with him. And he's kind of just like unsure, and it looks like he's just gonna go along with it. Meanwhile, Biagio walks in his apartment. He sees Bella with her head down, and he is mortified that she's just in his apartment chilling. And I'm thinking, okay, I would kind of be mortified too if I walk in my apartment and I see someone that I messed with and I haven't heard from them in a really long time, and they're just in my apartment. So yes, I get why he's mortified. So we get back to Kwame, and him and the girl is having sex, and it looks like he's having flashbacks of his assault as he's on top of her. And it looks like no matter if he's with a man or a woman, the trauma is still there. And I'm guessing that's where he has that realization, or that's what I got from the scene. Let me know what y'all got from it. So he finishes, and I mean, at least she looks satisfied. Cause I'm telling you now, that would have not went down well for me. I'm not even sure if I would have. I'm glad he was able to get it up, but yeah, that wouldn't have worked out for me at all. So we're back at Biagio's place, and he's asking Bella, what the fuck are you doing in my apartment right now? And she's like, oh, well, I just wanted to come and say I'm sorry. What does Bella have to be sorry about again? He is the one who should be apologizing to her. Now, he calls her crazy, and he still looks a little bit mortified. He says he could never hate her, but something still feels off. He's also been ignoring her calls. She tells him that she stopped partying, she stopped drinking, she stopped smoking, and they're sitting next to each other on the bed. It seems like he's more comfortable around her. In the meantime, the doorbell rings. She said she got pizza. He even offers her money to pay for it. So she goes downstairs, gets the pizza. She comes back up, and this nigga locked her out. Now, I did not see that coming. I'm kind of surprised because the way he was acting, it looked like he was at least a little sympathetic to her. So she's still on the other side trying to like reason with him to open the door. And then she realizes, oh, I don't have my passport. So now I'm going to have to be here until you open the door. This nigga slides the passport underneath the door. She is floored by this. And then that's when she gets really angry. She is cursing him the fuck out, getting louder and louder. She's banging on the door. She's kicking at the door at this point. banging on the door. She starts cursing in Italian. He finally opens the door with a gun in his hand and says, "Get away from my door." Wow. Like, this is where we come from Italian Bay to, the first episode. He was always an asshole, y'all. I'm sorry for being misled. I can understand y'all in the comments about why he like him. I see it now. He's definitely an asshole. He's toxic for her, and damn, that just wasn't the trajectory that I saw for Biagio, but it is what it is. So she scurries away from the door immediately. So next scene, we see Kwame in bed with the old girl, and they're rapping along to this song, and he notices that instead of saying the N-word, she replaces it with her own word that she made up. Now, he's laughing at her saying, this is pretty weird. Like, you just can't say the word, or you think like something bad is gonna happen to you, and she's just trying to explain to him that like, well, I just will never say that word. And this sparks up an interesting dialogue between them. Now, she makes a comparison because in London, they say fag for cigarette. Now, my British viewers, please let me know, do people still refer to it as a fag? Please let me know in the comments. Like, I just thought that was kind of like some old slang, but do people currently still say it? So yeah, she makes a comparison about using that word for having a cigarette, and she's talking about how sensitive some gay people are about it. She got to worry about that. And she says the complete F word. So Kwame's like, oh, well, you can say the F word, but you can't say nigga? And then she's like, well, you just said the F word? Like, you doing just what I did. Then she says some bullshit saying, well, I just don't have sympathy for a group that are appropriating the female identity. Bitch, what? Then Kwami's just like, well, I'm gay. And it pretty much goes downhill from here. So then she's like, well, why are you on an app looking for women? And he's trying to explain to her that, well, sexuality is a spectrum, and she ain't trying to hear it. She's like, but you're gay. Why are you trying to look for a woman? And she was asking him, why didn't you tell me that you were gay? And he's kind of stuck on it, but you know what? I'm looking at this scene and I'm like, he could have disclosed that information and let her decide if she was comfortable with that. Because, hey, I know women that, are with gay men and they know it. So at this age, of course, like you're in a full-grown adult, why wouldn't you disclose that? So I can see her annoyance. She's still a fucking bitch, but I can see her annoyance to it. He's trying to say that he wanted to explore that. Now, I get it that Kwame is, he came from a good place with this, but I can see from her perspective what she's saying. I'm trying to be objective, y'all. Let me know in the comments what you think about that scene. So then she asks him, oh, have you done this before to other women? He's like, don't even fucking try that. He's like, have you been with a woman before? Is this your first time? You're a virgin. And she is getting meaner and meaner. She tells him to get out. So he's getting ready. It looks like he started crying. She notices that, oh, you're crying. Really? She is vicious, y'all. She's letting him have it. And she calls him a dick as he walks out the door. So now we're back with Arabella, and she's sneaking into the beach where they were in the third episode. She walks up to the shore, and she's just sitting along by the ocean. She looks at her phone, and it's completely useless at this point. We see Kwame outside, I believe, like near a phone booth or something. He checks his phone, and looks like his app went off, and they're asking, is he horny? I'm at this location. He's like, okay. And I'm guessing he goes to his hookup. So next we see that Arabella actually spent the night along the shore. She is looking disheveled, devastated, and out of it. And she gets up and starts walking into the water, like just going further and further out to sea until we see her go under the water. Now, at the very end, I see something poke up. I'm not sure if that was another person or that was just her. But then that's where it ends. And it's kind of like a little cliffhanger, but damn, y'all, this episode was a Debbie Downer. This was one of the more depressing episodes. I really do need to see the next episode though. Like, I know that all the episodes are available, but I'm gonna try to wait. I mean, today's Sunday right now, so I'm catching up, so I'll see it tomorrow. But damn. Like, I mean, I see the preview, so of course she survived, but damn. It also looks like we have 4 episodes left. Like, I really can't wait to see where they go with this show. Now, Biagio, did we see this coming? That's what I want to know, because when he locked her out, I'm just like, damn, that is some savage shit. Especially just sliding the passport underneath the door. Like, I was hoping that he would have, come around and she would have forgave him. But yeah, what an episode. So I'm still enjoying this show. I think it's dynamic. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Emmy nominated next year. But yeah, episode 9, I can't wait to see it. Thank y'all again for enjoying this show with me. Please let me know what you thought about this episode because, I have thoughts. I want to hear y'all's. So like, comment, and subscribe, please. And yeah, I will see y'all sooner for episode 9. Bye.